What's up everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who haven't got a clue who I of course am the FPL train, where in today's video we are quite clearly going to be revealing my team selection ahead of game week 35. And yes, I know this is another late deadline day video, you could say, because obviously as I'm recording this, there's only 7 hours until the deadline for game week 35 is over, because obviously we've got Friday night football tonight with Wolves versus Man City. So game week 35, I've got 2 free transfers to use, and I can tell you now, I've already made those transfers, so I'll reel them just a little bit later. But for now, let's talk about game week 34, look back at game week 34, and see how my team got on. I mean, you can see it anyway, but of course, for those of you who don't know, this was a massive game week for me because I didn't have the free hit chip. I used that a bit earlier, so I was literally just using my free transfers. I had 4 free transfers for the game week. I only decided to use 3 of them, which is why I've only got 10 players, because the 4th one I didn't think would do much value for me, so I decided to, keep Konza and just have 10 players, which, if I'm being honest, wasn't great, because I was thinking about getting 80 Norian, and obviously he did pretty well against Leicester, which is a bit annoying, so I could have had even more points. But anyways, 74 points was my actual score overall, and it got me a green arrow, which I was actually quite buzzing about, because obviously, like I said, quite a few people free hitted in this game week, so I was kind of anticipating, for being honest, a red arrow. So to get 74 points and a green arrow, I'm definitely happy about that, especially because I did see some people free hitters get over 100 points. So anyway, let's go through this quite quickly then. So Nick Pate was my goalkeeper, 6 points there. I mean, come on, he had Ipswich at home. That was all day going to happen. Verbruggen was my backup goalie, but I weren't starting him. He conceded 2 goals against West Ham, so made the right decision there. My back 4, which was technically a back 3 because Konza didn't have a game, consisted of Milivenkovic, who has come into my team. He's one of the transfers that I made. Didn't work out great, did it, last night, wasn't it, against Brentford? Lost 2-0, only got 1 point there, so that was a stinking decision. Kieran Trippier, though, absolutely smashed it out of the park for me there against Ipswich. 15 points overall. This is why, when I decided to make a decision, was it my wild card? I decided to bring Trippier in. 2 assists, clean sheet, 3 bonus points on top. This is the Trippier of last season. 15 points there. Happy days. Especially because he's not really that highly owned. He's less than 6% owned, so really happy with that one. And of course, Levi Colwill got the clean sheet against Everton, so I'm taking that all day long. Midfield, I mean, overall, I've got to be happy, if I'm being honest. First up, though, was Gibbs White, which was an absolute disaster last night. Obviously, they lost 2-0, Forest did. He got a yellow card, and then he went off after 74 minutes. So that one wasn't my best transfer, because obviously, he was my second transfer that I brought in for this game week. Semenyo came in. Well, he was already in my team, but he scored against Man United. I was really happy about that, even though I'm a United fan. But anyways, he scored against United, got a clean sheet point because he actually went off before United equalised, and I got a bonus point there. So happy with those 9 points there. Didn't see that one coming, to be honest, so I'll definitely take that. Jared Bowen, buzzing about this one because he was my 3rd and final transfer into this game week, and he got double-digit points, 10 points against West. I was going to say it's West Ham. He played for West Ham. 10 points against Brighton. Got obviously the 2 assists and 2 bonus points, and obviously got the appearance points. So 10 points from there. Buzzing about that one. And then Mo Salah obviously only got 8 points in a 5-1 win, which is probably a bit surprising. You kind of think, Liverpool score 5 goals. Salah's at least getting double digits. He didn't. He only got the 1 goal. But nonetheless, he got a goal and he did get bonus points. So he did get me 8 points there. And then my top 2 up front were Solanke and Isak. So Solanke, I mean, I've got to be happy, to be fair. I mean, they got battered 5-1, Spurs did. But he did get the consolation goal for Spurs. So definitely be taking those 6 points. And then my captain for the game week was, of course, Alexander Isak. He did score in the 3-0 win. It would have been better if he scored more than 1, but I got 1 at least. So that meant he came away with, well, so he had 6 points, double that, 12 overall. Happy with that. Obviously, there could have been a few, tweaks to my team that I could have done, because I did talk about, obviously, like I said before, getting 80 Norin, or even looking at getting Cunha in, taking Marmoush out for the game week, and then bringing him back for 35. And that would have worked out a real treat, because, 15 points was Cunha in the end. So, and obviously, 80 Nori also got double digits as well. I think he got 11. So, that was probably the only bad decision I made. But overall, I've got to be absolutely buzzing the fact that I got a green arrow in game week 34. Let's talk about my team selection then for game week 35, and like I said before, I've got 2 free transfers and I've already made them, and we'll talk about them as we see them. So starting us off here is my goalkeeper, and I've gone for Nick Pope ahead of Verbruggen, even though they both are playing each other, and Verbruggen is the home team, but you got to go for Nick Pope. Newcastle's going for Champions League. Brighton has 6 points off Aston Villa, so they're not exactly out of it, but I'm just going to favour Newcastle on this one. I've got back 3 consist of Milivenkovic, Trippier and Ruben Diaz. Milivenkovic, I mean, they're on a bad run at the minute, Forest, in all fairness. You know, they're out of the FA Cup. They lost last night to Brentford. It's not looking good. They've got Crystal Palace now where we're in a little bit of form in all fairness. So it's not the greatest of fixtures. But I'm just going to... I mean, I could go obviously for a Konza who's got Fulham at home. I'm not going to go for Colwill. He's got Liverpool. You know, no chance about that. But, I could go for Konza. But that is probably the one change that I could make by the deadline. But for now, I've got Milivenkovic as my starting defender. Trippier is going to be starting for me. Brighton away. It's a bit of a gamble going from double Newcastle defence. I'm just hoping, really, this one turns out until a 0-0 draw. Fingers crossed. But every time I say that, it ends up like a 4-5 goal thriller. And then obviously my last defender is going to be Ruben Diaz. He's got Wolves at home. Wolves, to be fair, are doing really well at the minute. They're absolutely smashing it. But Man City, I think they're going to go on a little good run from now until the FA Cup where, in my opinion, they're going to win it. So I expect a clean sheet from him in this game. And like I said before, I've got Konza and Colwill on my bench. And I've got no interest in starting, particularly Colwill, who's got Liverpool. Konza, though, could come in for Milivenkovic. You still get to decide, so that one is going to be a decision literally right up till the deadline. With my midfielders, now I'm not going to lie, this was really tricky. So at the moment, I've got Gibbs White. Well, Gibbs White, I'm pretty confident is definitely going to be on my bench for game week 35. So he's dropped onto the bench, and I've brought in Morgan Rogers into the starting lineup. But before that, let's talk about Mbeumo. So Mbeumo has come into my team. Semenyo is out of the team. Semenyo's got Arsenal. I don't really like Bournemouth's fixtures from now until the end of the season. I'm going to get rid of him now while he's hot, which could be stupid, but I'm bringing in Mbeumo in, who's got Man United. I feel like it's a sensible decision to go for him because, United, they've got that Europa League game. They're going to be obviously making some changes ahead of that game because they don't want injuries, particularly to the likes of Bruno Fernandes. I don't think he's going to start. So there's going to be a lot of rotation for that Man United team against Brentford. Let's face it. And the fact is, Brentford are going to be at home. And the biggest shock might be is Mbeumo is currently set up to be my captain. I like the look of this fixture. Mbeumo has been quality this season. So at this moment in time, Mbeumo is definitely in my team. And at this moment in time, he's my captain for game week 35. It's a big gamble. But you know what? I'm having a shocking season this season. I may as well go for a gamble right towards the end. So Morgan Rogers has also come into my team. He was on the bench. Obviously, he didn't have a game last week. But he's going to be starting for me. He's got a tough game, to be fair, against Fulham at home. But the fact is now, they're out of the FA Cup. They're out of the Champions League. They need to get Champions League football next season. So they're going to be going all out attack against Fulham, who are actually decent. But the fact that it's being played at Villa Park is making me put him into the team ahead of Gibbs White. Jared Bowen as well. I'm really excited about this fixture as well. Spurs at home. This is for them. Spurs, like United, probably make a lot of changes because they want to get in the Europa League final. So fingers crossed I can capitalise on that one. And then Mo Salah's got Chelsea away, which is actually the toughest fixture out of a lot of them. But, I wouldn't be surprised if he scores in that game. But I've got on also a feeling that he could be getting dropped more now towards the end of the season because, they've won the league, Liverpool. He might start Chiesa a few times to get him a Premier League medal. So you just don't know. He might take him off early for that as well. So I'm going to keep staying on my team for obvious reasons. But, I wouldn't be shocked if he didn't start a couple of these games to the end of the season. But definitely going to keep him in for the rest of the season because it's Mo Salah. Give him 10 minutes and he'll probably score 2 goals. But yeah, that is going to be my midfield for game week 35. And then that obviously leaves my strikers. And you can see the second transfer that I made. So I've taken out Solanke. Solanke, I mean, I didn't actually watch the Spurs game last night. He scored, obviously, in that game. But he's coming up with a knock. I don't know, did he go off injured? I've not actually really checked. But anyways, the fact that they scored, well, they did really well, Spurs. But they conceded at the end. They're going to look like, well, I would expect them to make a load of changes like United. So I'm expecting you know, him to be dropped for this game week, so I may as well take him out. And who should I bring in? I could have brought Jamie Vardy in. I was looking at Jamie Vardy against, you know, Southampton. That could be a good fixture, to be fair. I've gone for Wizard. So, if I'm being honest now, as I'm saying it, I'm kind of regretting it because I've already confirmed the transfers. I should have really gone for Vardy, gone completely, you know, different. Because I've really gone all in on Brentford here by getting Wizard against United. United have conceded loads of goals this season. No, my luck now they'll get a clean sheet. But I'm going to have Wizard in my team. He's not going to be my captain though. I'll definitely have a midfielder as my captain for this game week. And then that leads me over to of Isak, who's got Brighton away. It's a fixture to be fair, but Isak's a quality striker. And Marmoush, she's got Wolves at home. Not the easiest game at the minute. Wolves are in form, but I do think Man City will score goals. He's only got one in the last 4 Premier League games, but I ain't worried. My only worry is if Erling Haaland comes back and takes his position. But yeah, that's my team then for this game week coming up. Obviously, like I said before, the biggest headache I've got at this moment in time is which one's going to be my captain. Is it going to be Mbeumo? Is it going to be Bowen or Salah? And most importantly, my biggest headache I've got at this moment in time is it going to be Milivojevic start or is it going to be Konza start in this game week? That is the only things I've been thinking about now to the deadline. But yeah, let me know what you think of this team. I think it looks pretty good, but no, my look, it's going to be absolutely awful for this game week. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know what you guys are doing for game week 35. What transfers do you think about doing? What transfers do you think I should be doing for game week 35? Before you go as well, please don't forget to like this video, hit subscribe, and I'll see you all on the next one.